Long sword in hand and the world at my feet.
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
Adventurer! Think you can last a round against me?
Error.
Not yet. Should I save this money? Try something new.
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or is there a sweet freak? Huh? Did you hear that? It seemed like it came from those ruins over there. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside.
There's no end to this. You're open.
I'm going in!
Direct assault!
Go as one!
From whence you came!
I swear by my sword!
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange my face.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't worry, I will compensate you both. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught in it. Is there anything that you lack?
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for something.
Oh? And what might that be?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations. Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that box.
Great! Paimon's sugar frosted slime now comes in a beautiful packet.
What a pleasant surprise.
A touch of frost.
Go as one! Barely a scratch!
One with my blade. A touch of frost.
Go as one!
You're toast! Race you! Now I got stomach cramps. What a bountiful harvest!
Let's light it up! Off we go!
No excuse for slacking!
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Put your back into it! Time to fulfill my duty. No slacking off!
Go as one!
It isn't time for a break yet!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Go as one!
This should be fun!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
No slacking off!
Go as one! Barbados, guide us!
It isn't time for a break yet!
Huh?
I see through you! One with my blade! Submit for judgment! Well,
Not breaking a sweat!
Nice and spicy!
don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
No slacking off!
You can't run! Well, neither can I.
Go as one!
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! That all you
This
got?
should be fun!
You can't run! Well, neither can I.
Go as one!
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Not breaking a sweat!
Can't run! Well, neither can I.
No slacking off! This should be fun!
I see through you!
I swear by my sword!
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Go as one!
It isn't time for a break yet!
Let's light it up!
You can't run! Well,
Let's light it up!
Not breaking a sweat!
I miscalculated.
This should be fun! Not breaking a sweat!
Huh? Everybody stand back!
Spirit Blade, attack!
This should be fun!
Go as one! Barbados, guide us!
My duty at an end!
What? What a pleasant surprise.
dues.
Go as one! Ha!
No escape!
Let's light it up!
Boba, get them!
Go as one! Go as one!
Prepare yourself. You
Go as
can't
one!
run from death.
What a pleasant surprise. Let's light it up! Huh?
It was worth the trouble.
ready and waiting. This will be interesting.
I swear by my sword!
Submit for judgment. Fascinating.
Let's light it up!
Don't get frostbite.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up! Go and splend! Things are going a little too smoothly today. Things are going a little too smoothly today.
Swift and merciful.
Frostbite.
Dodge this.
Freshness preserved. Frozen.
In this quickly!
Wind, hear me!
I slipped up.
From whence you came. One with my blade.
This isn't good.
No problem.
Let's light it up!
Flash frost.
I'm going in! Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day.
Leave it to me.
Off we go! Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift.
I won't let you down.
What a pleasant surprise.
Go as one! Let it rain!
I hope the others find some. Onwards. We have work to do.
Jean will be upset if she catches us lazing around like this. I feel like running. Hey, there's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
Blade, attack!
Everyone has their limits.
Teamwork is dreamwork! No one escapes my sights! Let's light it up! Let's light it up!
From whence you came! Forth, my blade! Unexpected, but welcome. I ride on wind and cloud alike. Objects like this may prove useful when purging evil spirits.
This will be interesting.
Cool it!
Ooh, look at that slime. It looks crystal clear and very delicious. That's the one.
Cannot give up! Go as one!
Dodge this! Cool it!
Let's light it up!
Spirit Blade, attack! Swift and merciful.
Liyue cuisine is disgusting.
Liyue cuisine will surely prevail in this year's Masterful Chefs.
Hey there! A guy called Mung Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Mung already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Mung. Here, this container is itself an antique.
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other...
Sure, please help yourselves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime!
Oh yes, you might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box...
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some new...
I ride on wind and cloud alike.
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuang. What?
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craft. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Ver Goldet one of your people?
Just everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interested. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invite...
I need a more physically demanding job.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and you can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the Seven changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the Seven will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having... That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act, hiding the Exuvio was a necessary...
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play,
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been but the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? If possible, I'd like to have your... But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the but after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has... Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts... I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, indeed, it seems that you understood what I meant to say from the... I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stable... With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with allowing the rite of parting to take place.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provide... Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
It's all right. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this?
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large. Just imagine how much more a whole... Let's grab one! The biggest one! Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go. La 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 la. Let's see what... Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? What? Sigil of permission, something, something. Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing... Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows, but research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're... Speaking of which, there's also some connection between... Oh, well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should... That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been... Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh...
Sorry. Anything business related is confidential.
location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us, too.
Go as planned!
Don't get in the way!
Everybody stand back!
Barbados, guide us.
Going anywhere! It's time for a flash break! Chill out!
My blade!
Oh no!
Cover!
Cooked food!
Roast and fried!
Don't get frostbite.
Let's end this quickly!
From whence you came,
This one's well done!
a touch of frost.
Roast and fried! Use this first!
Dodge this! Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it! Submit for judgment!
This isn't good. You need to hurry up!
I swear by my sword! Go as planned!
This one's well done! You need to hurry up!
Huh?
Roast and fried!
Dodge this!
You need to hurry up!
Freeze! Spirit Blade! Attack!
This one's
Dodge
well
this!
done!
Go as
You
planned!
need to hurry up!
Cool it!
Roast and
Don't
fried!
get frostbite!
I'm going in! Huh?
You need to hurry up!
Huh? Yeah!
This one's well done!
Barbados, guide us!
You need to hurry up! Roast and fried!
My blade! From whence you came!
This one's well done!
Go as planned!
You need to hurry up!
Dodge this!
Roast and fried!
A touch of frost!
You need to hurry up! This one's well done! An unfortunate fault!
Go as planned!
There are so many talismans. Paimon's seen this pattern before. Oh, Paimon knows. But how did it... Oh, that's right. Talisman. Maybe being able to channel divine... And the plot. Alright, the last stop on our rite of parting Let's go! Paimon hates being...
Not breaking a sweat! Get out of my way!
Go as one! Everybody stand back!
Wind, hear me.
This should be fun!
Submit for judgment. Swift and merciful. This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze. Cool it. Dodge this. Freeze. Spirit Blade, attack!
Barbados, guide us.
My work finished.
Watch the costume. And leap.
Right.
Forth, my blade. Huh?
And step.
Ready and waiting. Pull in. Follow my lead. Advance. Follow my lead. submit for judgment.
I'm going in! I swear by my sword! Go as one! Off we go! Let's light it up! Go as one!
Outrider Amber, reporting.
Oh, I'm looking forward to...
Get out of here! Yeah!
Ah! Oh, so sorry. Spirit Blade! Let's
Go as one! Go as one!
freeze!
Barbados, guide us! Everybody stand back! Go as one!
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you...
She's super rich and so generous. Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's.
Oh. So you also met with Keqing, then?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed.
No respect. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing. Ningguang is more of a businesswoman, although she's friendly. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No, it said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most...
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that.
That is how the Fatui have always been. No matter what they may be planning.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Deep...
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Oh, right! Paimon remember...
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower before the Archon War. Of course, there are some kinds. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. That's correct.
So how could... Really? Why doesn't...
We'll only know once she's...
It's time to sing! Whenever you're ready!
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping! They look really angry! Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Go as one!
A touch of frost.
Barely a scratch!
Submit for judgment. But how?
This moment will be frozen in time. What's the hurry?
But how?
Adventure time! Off we go! Let's light it up! Ow! I'm going in! I swear by my sword! Go as one!
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper. Straight. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent...
Well, that's nice and all, but... Well,
Unfortunately, no.
that's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's her face?
Yongu? You've completely forgotten my name, haven't you? Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the...
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to...
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I...
Something seems a little... She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her...
Ah, well, I met you at that time as a...
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of...
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. Whenever my duties take me near...
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end, yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, Only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his... This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first found...
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This... As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with...
Huh? Did you just say as an...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Chising. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See...
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If you would excuse me.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting, given the ease of picking glaze lilies.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a...
I've had enough beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, so you must be careful to take the time to step back.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
Huh? What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and...
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on...
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members... However, both sides were quite obstinate and hid...
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Chising. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon.
Surely the Liyue Chising are not the sort...
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have...
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, only now do they want to start keeping tabs on it. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates.
It looks like things are about to boil over.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has...
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral. Consider your next course of action
So what does Zhongli mean by... oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone, he must be waiting for them. But where could we find him? Where would he go at a time like this? The golden house? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but this is where all of Teyvat's mora is minted, right? Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, but even if we can't take any, we can, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of mora! Oh, right, it's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon, quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right!
Oh, ow!
I take my meals cold to quiet the spirit and calm my vital energies.
What's the hurry?
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and the time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have either way. We now come to the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene instead of confronting you directly. She chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcome. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen.
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, fighting talk, I love it. Now let's... This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Poor timing. Poor timing.
Let's light it up! Adventure time!
You've made some progress. Run all you like.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Let's light it up!
Passable left. Don't get frostbite.
Wind, hear me!
Not bad, not
Barely a
bad.
scratch!
Poor timing.
Fourth, my blade.
You've made some progress. Not bad. You've got a trick. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Freeze! Submit for judgment! This!
Go as one!
You've got some skills.
Go as one!
No use hiding back there. Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Not bad. But this is going to cost you! Yeah! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
Don't push your luck. Dodge this. Swift and merciful. From whence you came.
Go as one!
Freeze.
Off we go! Adventure time!
Die.
Go as one! I'm going in! Go as one!
Cool it.
Go as one!
Some you win, and some you lose.
Look! Child's back to
Well then, Time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my... And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you had no connection to the Gnosis. No matter where...
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to...
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia...
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say, it seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little... As such, we must now look to our
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away and the truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morak. If such an ancient god would be do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would...
But the Archon Ward...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey! Those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now! The Fatui have been researching them!
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a with the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone! That guy is fast! What's going on? Exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of...
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pin in Paimon's tongue.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The Force, which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies... So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered...
We've already discussed this together. And our conclusion...
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qi Sing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista, and as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with... For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced the god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
I miscalculated.
Don't get frostbite. Freeze!
Let's move.
Ah! Ah! Dodge this! Ah! Ah!
Submit for judgment. One with my blade.
Cook this through.
I swear by my sword!
Looks like I went too far.
Plus one!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Everybody,
What is that?
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Forth, my blade.
Put your back into it.
Cool it!
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is Adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Karst! Wow, it's Madame Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Into it.
let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Submit for judgment.
Looks like I...
A touch of frost.
Wind, hear me.
Go and flood!
Dodge this!
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Look at me. Just once.
From whence you came!
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
Though the clouds may darken...
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of number.
Ah, well said. Please.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for...
Paimon's exhausted. exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Jade Chamber?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Qixing, Millelith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the Guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millelith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness. Submit for judgment.
Finished.
Let's move.
Barbados, guide us.
Have a load of this. An unfortunate fault.
Swift and merciful.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
You can't run! Well, neither can I.
Let's move that!
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Attack! End you. Dodge this! Don't get frostbite.
The ancient god's attacking again! There are We can't!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy. That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars. Wow, it's Madame Pink's shockwave. This granny's really strong.
My work finished.
Submit for judgment.
Looks like I...
This isn't good.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Adventure time!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Assistance.
Off we go!
From whence you came.
Adventure time!
No excuse for slacking.
Barbados!
Everybody stand back! Adventure time!
Exercise caution! I fear that the god's power has reached its peak!
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
From whence you came.
Let's light it up! Off we go!
This isn't good.
Let's light it up!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Let's light it up!
My duty.
Everybody stand back!
Look at me.
Off we go! Let's light it up!
I swear by my sword! The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him How the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict—
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own, so Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor. Feel free to take a look around.
The key here is consumer psychology.
What's the hurry?
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangshen Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
The key here is consumer psychology.
New stock at Sigu Antiques? Bad news for my
Jewelry's out of
purse.
stock, but we have...
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And... you!
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching Hell.
No, don't let her get to you! You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was over, so it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing...
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together. Nothing personal. We just have... the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually,
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That...
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chiao? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat!
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time, until one drizzly day. As I was strolling, I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself,
Oh, Zhongli.
but as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast. Indeed I was. The Gnosis which I had kept for so many years. That's right. Which is why I continued.
So you mean that if the chaos ever
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, So has Liu matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I... Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only... Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to... This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liu in this mortal form. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. To come to the defense of Liu. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liu as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete...
Huh? That doesn't sound...
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed...
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a... Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liu. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the...
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle...
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade.
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used, uncover that answer for yourself in your...
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to earn... Recognize it. It would be a real shame not to go there now.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the...
Say.
Now that you mention... I mean it all... Still, what's...
Forget it.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting... So Rex left... Oh, come on. There's only one real possibility...
Fatui?
Shh! Lower your...
Hear ye all! The Chi sings words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the gods and Adepti live rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis, having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's... So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Could the Qixing already have known that... Did Zhang... Exactly, right? Ooh. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of...
3,700.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous, but blind...
The long, unending dream of...
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of her Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
And to think I'd put my... But it's... Well, that's fine.
Rex perhaps...
The cleanup of the...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, and here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the right? If the two of you can spare the time, I should... You're right.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk when I was journeying with you...
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were... But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true. But there is no journey that does not.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are.
Whoa, that's hard.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo, the fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now, knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most. 7 ideals for. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important... Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this...
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we...
Patience. Since the news made it out a few... Nevertheless, I do have a few matters. The building site has been chosen, and they are as follows. Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang.
Only sufficiently large pieces of plastrite, or specifically, Adepti Sigils, serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are, although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your... I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency, you may ask me anything. And
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means...
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priced.
Haha, what a coincidence! I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some plastrite just...
No. We better move quickly, or this opportunity...
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This...
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested? Yes. Providing the question pertains to...
Really? Then we'll never be short of more...
Of course. The construction of the Jade Chamber... I have other business to attend. Remember...
Ningguang seems super busy. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look!
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. As it happened.
No, I don't.
Don't be like that. Why don't you stand there?
Oh, right, yeah.
Did you hear that? They said they... Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out. They're not here. Let's keep looking.
This is a piece.
Well, will you? Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some Mora, we give you a little.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off.
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling debts?
I've already told you. I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that...
Come on, ma'am. It's not about whether...
I won't...
No more excuses! Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo Lee Pavilion, ordering a table full of food, then Shinyue kiosk, then Wanmin restaurant. Say, how could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are. Perhaps... yes. Let's call it fate.
Boss, I'm telling you something.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her.
Oh, you again.
The Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this?
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians?
No, don't be angry.
Shenhe.
Shenhe?
My name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is... well, Paimon.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. Thank you. I could have dealt with it myself, though.
You can't do that. This is Liyue Harbor. There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Laws? No. Apparently not.
Really? So how...
That would be my stomach growling.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said then of course you're still hungry. So?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass.
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shen. After all, you can't... Psst. Do you think Shenhe might be an adeptus? It seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how things work here. If she... Where does she fit?
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope...
Ginseng, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
She's really
My hunger has now abated. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance.
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant? If Paimon had enough, Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious, but should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon knew she was an...
Enough about me. What are your plans?
Oh, right. Paimon almost... And...
I see.
Yep. Were you in...
I came from... However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend...
Wow. But having an Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier.
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Great! Paimon bets this...
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can... We simply need to...
Veto! That is not acceptable!
Really? But I hear that...
Look, we went to sunset for...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there.
Baishu? What are you doing?
Lady Ningguang.
Huh?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild... Oh.
No. We've got other stuff to do.
Ah, as far as the...
Okay, then. Thanks, Baishu.
You're quite well...
Prescription.
Traveler, please, over here. It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going smoothly? Is that so? Another person to count on is...
Yep.
Yes. Let me consult...
Wand. Wait! Do you mean... Does that stranger's face look anything...
Like the honorary knights? No, they...
Seriously? How does this have anything to do with...
That stranger nonetheless. After all, and should the stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, he would certainly be a big help. Please don't talk down on yourself. Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the bards. Well, as to further, he stands guard. I wish you every... Ad Astra... will definitely be something.
Better see Barbara.
Ad Astra Abyss.